Hello, lovelies. Before we get into today's reading, I wanted to kind of give a bit of an introduction as to who I am, who's doing your readings. I noticed 750 followers, which to me is unfathomable, and so I figured I'd owe it to you guys to say hello. I'm Danielle. I read tarot. I'm a writer and an artist. I have uh, a fur baby mom. I have a 130-pound cane corso and 9 years old, who's my big baby, and a 1-year-old calico cat. She's my little princess. I live in Ontario, Canada, and have been reading tarot since high school. I'm 44 now. It was not something that was very popular back then, and so here we are on a whole new journey in this experience of social media and being able to invite you into how I can read tarot with physical limitations from fibromyalgia and mental health limitations. This is my way of doing things, and I am grateful and appreciate every minute of it. And so let's get into today's reading and find out what we need to know, what you need to know, what is going on, what kind of things we can contemplate and consider on our Wednesday. All right, well, that one came flying. We have the Six of Pentacles to start off. That's a card of give and take. That's a card of learning how to receive and being able to give. What else do we have? We have the Death card. The Death card is about ending. Something is coming, like it's a cycle that's completed. Or not a cycle completed, it's just something's coming to an end. Now, let's find out what this Death card has to do with things. The 2, 3, 4 on the clock. The Six of Pentacles, like I said, is a give and take card. There is a sense here of receiving. I'm seeing the hands in the sense of, like, if this was you, you're receiving whatever abundance or assistance or something in your physical life. So job offer, whether it's a relationship or what, something is coming in as a receiving energy in this card right now. The Death card is suggesting that what I'm getting from this is that there is an end to having to receive. You're in a place where you're going to start to be able to give moving forward. And there's a release in that. That the Death card is like that release, right? We're releasing it. And now let's look into this here. 333 on the clock when I say that. So there's a balance coming in. Mind, body, and soul. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Are you fighting this? Are you not letting the cycle end? I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. Now, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because it's a wheel, right? It's going to turn regardless. There's this sense of, now there could be, for some of you, this could be read as you're in a place where you have to receive, which is causing a lot of frustration and anxiety, and you're stalling what needs to end. Like this, and this is where the contemplation and consideration, this is where the divine feminine, non-gender specific, the divine feminine is that part of you, however you identify it, it's irrelevant. The part of us as human beings that contemplates, that considers, that takes us a pause and uses our minds to work things out. That's the feminine side. That's the divine feminine. And here it's feeling like we need to tap into that divine feminine a little bit more, because what we're doing in our physical reality that should end, we're stopping. the placement of the card here is important for me. It's coming in between these two. So this idea of receiving, and I don't know if you're fighting and not enjoying the fact that you have to ask for help, look for that job, seek out that relationship, friendship, whatever the case. There's the resentment and or hesitation in accepting this part of your experience is causing the delay for it to release it. Like you have to, we're in this position where we need help. But if we're fighting the fact and always hating the fact that we need the help, we're not allowing ourselves a chance to complete the cycle. We're putting a spoke in the wheel, or a stick in the wheel. And this is what the reverse sense is. It's going to want to turn regardless. So why are you stopping it? And this needs to occur. This death needs to occur, right? To release this sense of having to be on the receiving end of assistance, help, guidance, whatever resonates for you. But the way, because if I see this card this way, it's like we're handing someone something, right? So the Six of Pentacles, especially for this deck, I feel, is in the receiving for us today. And with this falling in between, it's like a pause on everything because we're fighting it. We're fighting. It's like my current circumstance. If I'm going to be, as far as introductions go, situations have happened where I've had to move back home. And with physical limitations and mental health limitations, this is my reality. It wasn't what I aspired for. It wasn't where I thought I would be, a year ago. However, if I were to continue to resist the fact that this is my situation, resist receiving the help that I'm able to get in this time, then all I'm doing is focusing on, I don't like this, I'm not a fan of this, and will create more situations of me not liking it, not enjoying it. If I allow the receiving to happen, if I receive this assistance and receive this experience in my life in such a way that I can release the tension around it, then that tension will die. This need to focus on having to be of need dies. It stops, it ends. And just allowing it to be my current experience has led to being able to do this reading at all, right? So opportunities will grow. They may grow slowly. They may be, to some people, insignificant, but they're yours. And so allowing this space of us being in the receiving end, I'm chuckling because of the card on the bottom of the deck, which I'll get to in a minute. But if we keep fighting, having to receive help, the assistance, the guidance, the motivate, whatever it is for you, and not letting that part of us, that part that resists, to die off, right? Now, it leads to the sun. Now, that's that release, right? When we release the fact that we have to receive and receive it with gratitude, receive it with kindness, and to contemplate, to tap into your divine feminine, instead of acting on the fact that we have to receive, instead of, that's the divine masculine, right? So instead of fighting it, instead of being angry at it and leading with those emotions, we have to just sit back and go, all right, this is what, how can I tap into the version of me that I see in my mind's eye with the circumstances I'm faced with right now? Need is the mother of invention. There is when I couldn't sit at my altar anymore, I had to find another way of being able to communicate, being able to do this with you guys. Here I am on the couch with the camera strapped around my neck. And we're doing it. We're not fighting our circumstance, allowing the circumstances to be where we start our projects of how do we build from here. And it leads us to the sun. It leads us to our fullest fulfillment. Ace of Cups, our fullest fulfillment. You will fill this cup so long as you stop fighting. Because every time, whenever you're receiving, if you keep dumping the cup out, well, of course, you're not going to maintain any type of consistency or any type of fulfillment in that opportunity. We have to stop dumping that cup and start going, all right, what do I do with it now? Letting the sun shine its way through so we can end this cycle and continue with the new one. Now, if you want it's a little bit longer today, but if you wanted some more information on your personal journey, let me know. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.